Hey everyone! So we're going to be working on our mentor text today, Tales That Teach Us. The idea here is that the stories that are told in our culture or other cultures sometimes bring with them interesting messages or lessons. In this case, these stories are called folk tales. They're told by people, by their grandparents to entertain the kids or to teach them things. These stories have been handed down over the years. Tales that teach us. So the first thing they're going to ask us is, when we think about these different cultures, what can those stories from different cultures actually teach us? Right? Why are we reading stories from places, from times very different than our own? Think about that. We're going to come back to that question, why we're reading these stories, right? And what we can learn from them at the end of our lessons this week. We're going to see if we can't fill up this whole bullseye or target with your ideas. Here we go. Here's our first story. It is called The Lion and the Man. And it is a fable by Aesop. Fables are folk tales where animals do a lot of the talking, right? They're usually short and direct stories that teach a lesson. Aesop is believed to have been a storyteller who lived thousands of years ago. He's mostly known for his fables, which are brief stories with a lesson. So think about maybe what you think this story could be mostly about. Do you think this story is going to be about shopping at the Mall of America? No. Is it an informational story that's going to tell me a lot about who invented the stoplight? No. So pictures, and using those pictures to kind of get your brain thinking in the right direction, is one thing great readers do. So already I'm seeing a statue, right? And I'm seeing a lion, and I'm seeing a man, and I'm seeing a town, and I'm thinking of the things that maybe are going on with the lion and the man and the statue in the town. Some of those words, like statue, might be easier because I've thought about this and made some predictions. If you look deeper into some of the pictures, sometimes there are hints too. This lion doesn't look very happy in this first picture, and I think the man is looking kind of smug or proud of himself. Take a look at the statue and see if you can't figure out why the lion is unhappy and the man might be kind of proud of himself. Maybe annoyingly so. And then there's another picture over here where they seem to be in a better mood, maybe, or becoming friends. So maybe in this story there's a change of attitude or a change of character. We'll have to find out. Speaking of the story, let's jump to it. The Lion and the Man, a tale, or a fable, I should say, by Aesop. Once upon a time, a lion and a man were walking together in a forest. After a while, they began to argue about who was stronger. Well, lions are the strongest of them all, said the lion. I disagree, said the man. People are mightier than lions, and I can even prove it. The man suggested that they travel to a town where the answer might be found. The lion agreed, and they traveled to the town square where there was a large statue. The statue showed a mighty warrior standing over the body of a conquered lion. Yeah, right here. This is the proof, said the man. People are the mightiest. The lion laughed. Ha ha! But that statue was made by a human, he cried. It would have been a quite different statue if a lion had made it. I believe we would see a lion standing over the defeated person. Moral or story lesson in this story is that the truth belongs to who is telling it. And you got to think about that. Who made that statue? The people. So the people put the man on top. The lion's point is, if the lion made the statue, they would have put the lion on top. So, who's telling the truth? It kind of matters who's telling the story, doesn't it? Now, we're going to do two things with this same story on the next slides. One of which, we're going to be taking a look at suffixes, which are adding, or word parts that you add to the end of a word to help their meaning to fit into the sentences as well. And then we will also try to make some text connections with this story. So, excellent job.